because the crowd was so enthused about Jesus. Two blind men. Note here, they had spiritual impairment. Their eyes were closed. They could not see. Thus, both of them with physical illnesses turned to what they could only hear and made a decision. Now's the time. Now is the time. He's coming now. He's coming. He's coming. The crowd is getting louder. He's coming. He's coming. Let me say something to you. The opportunity is only once. Notice here, it was not coincident that Jesus would pass at this time. It was God's set time for them to find deliverance. I came by to tell you that not only does this refer to these men who are blind, but it also refers to you. Opportunity may only knock once. Jesus passing by, coming down from Jericho once. These two blind men had to seize the moment. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. Seize the moment. This is your time of deliverance. This is your time to hear from God. This is your time to move forward. These two blind men heard that Jesus was passing. They could not see him, but the crowd there, their footsteps, they were moving in the direction which alerted them. They heard the noise of many feet heading in the direction where Christ was. And as they heard it getting louder, they had to do something. They had to seize the opportunity. The Bible says that they cried. They cried, they cried, they cried, they cried. Listen here, God requires that you do something. Don't wait for somebody to do it for you. You've got to do something for yourself. If you really want deliverance, there's some things God requires you to do. Notice something here. They were blind. I venture to say it wasn't their fault. Sometimes your situation may not be your fault, but you're in it anyway. Your blindness may not have been caused by you, but you're still blind. How do you deal with a situation you didn't cause? You wait for the opportunity of deliverance and you seize the moment. You don't do like the man sitting at the pool of Bethesda, complain that no one put him in. If I had heard the water was troubled, I'd have went to the water and fell in. He sat by the place of deliverance and wouldn't do anything because he was waiting for somebody else. The difference between the man who sat at the pool of Bethesda and these two men is that they responded or they cried for deliverance. The man at the pool of Bethesda who sat there for 38 years, he said, nobody put me in. And so his plaint was, and that's why Jesus asked that guy, he said, do you want to be? Listen here, everybody has something to get over. But the question is, will you seize the moment? When the time comes for your elevation, will you be ready for it? When the team calls you up to enter the field to play, are you ready? Are you prepared? These men were blind, but they were ready to seize the moment. Now, let's look here just a little bit. Can you go with me just a little bit? Notice something here. Behold, two men sat. Notice they were sitting. Secondly, not only were they sitting, but they were together. Unity. Now, let me tell you something. I heard the old saying that misery loves company. And birds of a feather flock together. And all of these cliches and sayings demonstrate that people who are going through the same plight tend to come together. And notice here is that they became helpers one of another. They began to help each other in their plight. And so there was unity even in misery. And so when they heard that the opportunity for deliverance was coming, the Bible said that they cried. Unified voice. Seeking deliverance. Let me say this to you. If you really want deliverance, you find somebody else who needs deliverance and y'all get together. Seeking deliverance. And let me say this to you. You can organize a prayer band. You can say, listen, let us agree at 12 o'clock every day to pray for this. This is what I'm putting before God. And you say, well, I've got this to put before God. And so every day we're going to agree to go before God in petitioning God. We're unified in our cry out for help. Notice something. Notice we need to be focused on our desire. Focus. Listen, you may have, notice they were blind, but the Bible indicates that they had other situations. They were poor, they were needy, but they didn't ask God for clothes. They were homeless. They didn't ask God for a house to stay. But they asked God for the most pertinent need that they had. We need to focus. We need to focus on that need. And so here's what they asked for. They asked for mercy. Notice verse 30. And behold, two men sat by the wayside, and when they heard that Jesus passed, they cried out, saying, have mercy. What did they ask for? Mercy. They didn't ask, notice, they didn't even ask for to receive their sight. They simply wanted mercy, because if you give them mercy, mercy knows, listen, mercy fits my case. Mercy suits my case. And if you just give me some mercy. Don't come to God with a store list. Just ask him for mercy.